bold and beautiful. See, I'm courageous, deep, determined to reach my goals. We rocking and popping with Gracie's Corner. If you can't tell. Okay, so what's up, Libra? Welcome to your reading. I'm gonna just put the mic closer to me so you can hear me mostly. I don't want to stop the party flow, but Spirit did tell me it's a go for your reading, and I got interrupted because I was trying to do it earlier with Gemini, but my battery actually went dead. So I guess I'll just be doing a little pop up here and there reading. Okay. There could be something like that in your life, or certain people in your life. It's good for a time, but not for a long time. Like you're there for a good time, but not a long time. Or vice versa, that's them. Just because, I don't know, it's just the way of the flow. It's the way to keep things in flow. If it's not a good time, then it probably would be better for you to step back over the line on your side or something like that. Okay. I know my ABCs. So ABCs are about alignment, Libra. So there could be something significant going on. Yeah, I just caught 1, 2, 3. There's something significant in your life that you're coming into alignment for or with. All right. Some of you have ascended masters. You have a family member specifically that could have been a master spiritually. They could have been a spiritual alchemist or very well versed in manifesting, and they kind of may have lived like both sides of life. They've done it through Christ, and they've also done it through some kind of hidden or esoteric knowledge, even occult knowledge possibly. But you may have like an ancestor, I feel, but it feels like it's recent. Like I would say like mother, father, sister, brother, great grandmother, grandmother, great grandfather, grandfather. Okay. Even a aunt or a great aunt or uncle, great uncle, like within a couple generations, maybe 3. Within 3 generations. Okay. All right. Thank you, Spirit, for this opportunity to tap into this collective energy from this high vibrational frequency for Libra. This is going to be your monthly horoscope reading for me. All right, Libra. We have stuck and confused. That's how I just felt for a second. Stuck and confused, looking for something. I was looking for what kind of reading is this specifically that I'm doing for you. But I feel like this is how somebody around you is looking at you, or they're confused by you or something that you are capable of or doing right now. They're looking for something, but what they're getting is something totally different. You're lighting up on people's radars, but then what they're coming in to get from you is not what it is. Like, you could have people coming into your energy expecting one thing, but that's not what it is. We have, my son just said, oh yes, good job. Okay, we have natural love spell, magician, alchemist, manifester. Somebody around you could also be a witch. I don't know if they're like, these days, witches don't have to be practicing. This could have to do with their ancestry, their roots. They have these abilities. They could use them if they want to, but some things come natural to them. It's just infused in their daily routines or the way that they move naturally. But anyway, there's something that you're doing naturally that's calling people towards you, or they're coming in, but they're looking for something that they're not getting, so they're stuck and confused. They're like deers stuck in the headlights looking for something that they can't find. For Libra, monthly horoscope. Let's get one more from this deck, Libra, before we move on. There it is. Toning down awareness of self to see others, or vice versa. These could be individuals, or this is a person who is not fully seeing themselves. Okay, they just see you. This could also be vice versa. It could be that they're so aware of you that they aren't aware of themselves. Okay, someone's just ungrounded. They're not seeing life realistically. They're not knowing who they are or who they've been. Someone's like caught up in a tailspin, or yeah, labyrinth. Someone's caught up in a labyrinth of the mind, a maze of confusion. Will I find myself in this heart of a maze? Someone's drawn to you, or they're falling into your energy because you are giving off this love frequency, but they can't find themselves in here the way that they used to be able to. What they're finding is you, but they're finding like this natural attraction to you. But I think they're looking for something else. They're looking maybe for some kind of clarity about themselves. This could be people who used to benefit off of your energy. Like they were able to get into your energy and then they would see themselves differently, but they're not able to do that now. So they're seeing reality. Okay. And they may be confused why this is happening. I'm laughing because I literally said that this morning. Not because I expected to look other than what I looked like in the mirror. I was expecting the camera to reflect to me the same thing that I saw in the mirror. But when I got to the camera, the lighting is different. The position of the camera is different than my mirror. So while it looked great in the mirror, I looked just fine. When I got to the camera, I almost didn't go live because I was like, ugh, I look terrible. So this is something like that where I feel like somebody is used to being able to get into your energy and they're able to see themselves, and maybe they see themselves through your eyes or through this positive light. But now when they come into your energy, they're just faced with their truth. There's no lights on for them, not any extra lights other than what they bring in. Okay, so you were benefiting a lot of family and friends, but I'm put that in bunny ears because some of these people were using you just for that. They were using you for the effect that you had on them. The only reason that that would be gone is because they misused it or abused it. So some people are receiving karma in your life. This is Libra. Oh, justice. Libra, justice, balancing the scales, karma. Overthinking. Yeah, this is where the labyrinth is coming from. They're stuck in their heads because they've been overthinking everything about themselves and everything about you. And they could have came into your energy hoping to see this clarity and this truth for you to bring back the light or bring back your vision, because your vision of them made everything clear or made everything easier, but you're not giving them that. You could have detached. Okay, and now that you have, this person can't see their way forward. It's almost like they don't know what they're doing. We have perfectionism in reverse. This could have been someone that you were trying to help or you thought that you could make them better, but it wasn't working, so you let that go. You may have also realized, look, we have witch. So I said some people don't know, and I think that it could be you. You could be attracting witches who actually practice witchery or bewitchery. They practice spells on people, not because this is like what you do intentionally, but because it's in your roots. You are strong feminine energy, so naturally you have the power of influence. You have the black cat energy. You're elusive, you're sexy, attractive, magnetic. Like your energy is that way. It doesn't really matter what you look like on the outside, although of course that's going to help. So you could do things. You could do, beauty rituals. You could do makeup rituals. That's beauty rituals. Self-love rituals. You could do candle magic, things like that. You probably wouldn't call it that, but there are people who do the exact same things that you do. Spiritual baths, okay, that's a ritual. Lighting incense, ritual. Setting intentions, okay. You could do these things naturally and you would not call it magic. Okay, but there are people who are looking up how to do it to have a specific influence, and I think that they're trying to mimic or imitate something that you do naturally. So you attract people like that. That's what you need to know. You attract real witches. You may not be a practicing witch or warlock, okay? It doesn't have to be like a magician. Um, all right. You don't have to be practicing, but it's in your energy. It's in your DNA here. You have an ancestor that wants you to be aware of this. Yeah, awareness. Instead of the awareness of self, you've been trying to make sure that you aren't doing this to people, that people can see you clearly so they are able to choose what they want to do and what they don't want to do. But you still have people who are stuck and confused. They're still falling into the same traps that you aren't setting for them. Maybe these were people you wanted to draw towards you or close to you. Okay, hold on. He's not even in here no more, so I'm going to turn it down a little bit. Yeah, these are people that you really did want to come towards you, or you actually wanted them in your energy because you could see some kind of benefit to your connection. But you started to notice that the way that they behaved, or the things that they would do, or the something about it was not their truth. They were giving you what you were asking for, but it was kind of like transactional. In order to stay in your energy, in order to stay in a good light, they had to be somebody that they weren't, or do something they really didn't want to. So you have become overly aware of yourself to the point of trying not to be who you naturally are, because you don't want to confuse anybody or get anybody stuck in your energy. You may be carrying too much of a burden for other people. What you do need to know is that you will attract those who will try to intentionally mimic the things that you're able to do. But it doesn't mean that you still shouldn't do what you do for yourself, okay? These are people who, witches and warlocks are learning magic so that they can affect other people's realities. Usually negatively if it's a dark witch or a dark warlock. So some of them are trying to affect reality positively, but usually if it's a witch or a warlock, they're doing it for someone else's benefit, or they're doing it to someone else. The way that you've been conditioned by this being in your DNA is what you do is for you. It's for you. So you should not stop doing what you do to benefit yourself just because it may affect someone else negatively or positively. It really should have no effect on you. It's up to them if they come into your energy. The only thing I'm seeing here is that you are making people be their truth. That's because you're being your truth. So there's this authenticity, there is this karmic reckoning or balance that naturally happens in your energy, and that's on the regular when you're aligned. So your alignment is essential. But yeah, as a Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, Venus, or Mars, as a Libra, you require balance. What people are expecting from you is what they have to be willing to give. And you're not looking for any more. You're not looking for anything from someone else that you aren't ready to offer yourself. Okay. Or that you wouldn't offer. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's, I don't know. I'm just getting, you want something to be natural and normal. And if it's not, you're okay with not getting it or not doing it. But some people that are coming towards you think that they're going to be able to like woo you or persuade you, and they can't do that. That's like overruling your soul. Okay, you may resonate with Gemini's reading, but they can't do that to you. Instead, it has an adverse effect where they end up doing this for you because they're learning to do, or they're trying to do things to affect you that you naturally do, so it naturally affects them. It kind of overrides it. It's like, okay, like there's levels to everything. So I'm thinking about a kitchen for some reason, and there's the head chef, and then there's the prep chefs. Okay, so these are preps. They're working, they're learning, they're becoming these masters over energy and physical matter, alchemy, manifesting, things of this sort. These are things that you were likely trained to do from infancy, naturally, because it's in your blood, it's in your DNA, and it's also the physical family that you were born into, is how you were raised. So it just is you. Okay. But you have the qualifications too. You just didn't know it at the time. There's something that is spellbinding about your energy. People are getting, like the black cat energy, the curiosity is killing them. So they're looking for something because they want to find it, but they're not able to find it. There was something that they used to look for before, and if they look hard enough, if they intended it hard enough, sometimes they were able to do it. Witches and warlocks, you attract witches and warlocks. So they may come toward you looking for something negative, and if they look hard enough, if they intend to see it hard enough, if they say, if they pray, if they plead, they would see it manifest. And they're like, wow. But now they're doing it and it's just not working. I mean, if it is, it's only happening to them, but not to you. So they're worried and confused. Okay, so the worry is coming from those who feel like there's going to be some kind of blowback, or they're going to get karma for this now. Maybe like you know not what you do. You didn't know your influence. You didn't know that people were this curious about you or this attracted to you. You didn't know you was just a walking love spell. Maybe you didn't know that you was attractive, or you didn't know this about yourself. But I feel like other people did. They knew this about you. And you may have been giving way too much attention to looking after others, to being of service to others, to being accepted by others, people-pleasing behavior. You could have been so worried about being kind and dimming down a little bit so that you can fit in and make people feel comfortable that you really weren't looking at yourself. You weren't valuing yourself. So I feel like you are taking a chance now. This is something you learn. These were likely narcissists. Extremely strategic with how they deal with you, what they give to you. People seeking advantage from you, even when they bear no advantage for you. They tend to take advantage of you because what they look for from you is something good, but they sow these seeds of negativity into your energy. Anyway, you've learned something from them. You've learned how to be strategic. You've learned how to detach. You've also learned to be this black cat energy. They pushed you into this energy of not showing your hand all the time, because this could have been people that you were very open with and you wear your heart on your sleeve, but they tend to misuse and abuse that. That's an ability, but it's also that transparency is a gift. And people abused it or misused it, and now they don't get that gift anymore. So there's a lot of people who just don't know how you feel about them, and that's because you aren't as open with your energy or with your clarity anymore. You're not as transparent. Maybe you're not doing it on purpose, but I feel like you are naturally guided away from that with people who would attack it or misuse it or use it for their own selfish benefit. Yeah, not today. Your boundaries are up. So you've got people that want to contact you, Libra, or want you to reach out to them, but they have pain, hurt that they're not dealing with. It could be on the subject of you, still angry. They're still mad. They're still mad. So if, they pretended that they weren't, or if they said everything was cool, they're not. And there could be things that are alerting you to that. Okay. Yep, I knew it. I knew it. All right, these boundaries that you have set up are for your protection. There are people who are looking at your photos or looking at your videos, and even though what they want from you or how they feel about you is it's a toxic mix. Witches, warlocks, it's like they're cooking up this energy in a pot, but it's bubbling with deceit, betrayal, envy, jealousy, and love and admiration at the same time. So it may glitter and shine, but if you were to drink it, if you were to partake of it, it would be toxic to your soul, to your spirit, to your truth, to your light. This would corrode you. It's like kryptonite. Okay. So this is why you are holding up stronger boundaries. This is why you may be guided out of or away from situations that you used to go into willingly, openly. Okay, now you are much more discerning. Let's get a little bit more for Libra. Why is this significant about you getting the dust off your shoulder and moving on? Okay, so you came, you saw, you conquered. Yep, the Tower in reverse and the King of Cups. There's things that you have to see, and I feel like it's repetitive. Your ancestors, whoever I'm getting for you that feels as if this is someone that you knew or someone that was in your family that knows you well because a part of you is them. They understand that emotionally you are dealing with quite a bit because what you see could be earth shattering. The fact that certain people just are so fake and phony, they're really not who they portray themselves to be and maybe never have been. This could be very close family members and friends, but you're able to do this easily and peacefully with a lot of stability. So you need to know that spirit is backing or guiding you. Someone definitely could be a Scorpio here with the King of Cups, the Tower. You could be a Cancer or a Leo as well. Six of Cups in reverse. Okay, so this is pretty heavy hitting as these are some people in your life that you've been given the benefit of the doubt. And now they're going to be going without that benefit of the doubt. That was a benefit. It was a benefit. And they were benefiting heavily off of it. But it was detrimental to you. It would cause you to doubt yourself. And that's something you're no longer willing to do. Like the sacrifice is too great. It's not worth it. These are people that wanted you to trust them at the own sacrifice of your truth. And your truth is of more value to you than anything that they've ever said or done or could do or say to you. So your truth means a lot to you now. And I think that it's more than just loving yourself. This is about how your life is affected, how the people that you care about the most are affected. It's also about your physical life and how that negativity, that pessimism, or that self-doubt can corrode the things that you are able to build or bring into your reality, which others see as you doing it magically. But for you, it's logistics. Like, it just makes sense. It's like common sense to you. You're releasing yourself and setting yourself free from some very unhappy people who have taken a ride in your energy. The Devil in reverse and the Ten of Cups in reverse. Okay, Libra, I'm going to leave your reading at that. This is Two of Cups, okay, and the Eight of Swords in reverse. You're being released from insecurity, doubt, worry, and fear. But these are things that you've already conquered, but you kept going back into these tailspins or these whirlwinds with other individuals who have not conquered these type of emotions, okay? Like you. So they may look like you or sound like you, but there's a lot of ways that you can do that. People pretend all the time. The truth is in the energy. The truth is in the pudding. The truth is in what you're cooking, what they're cooking. Okay, and like I said, it's a mixed bag here. And there's a lot of fear. There's a lot of worry. There's a lot of doubt and insecurity that you are being protected from. The things that you are manifesting, you are being protected from. So this Ten of Cups in reverse, you are protecting more so than anything that you have physically. This is about your self-worth. Okay, some of these connections were tearing down or corroding your self-worth, and it's not worth it anymore. So, I mean, you're going to engage with whoever you choose to, but know that the way that certain people move with you is about to change. And that is because you cannot stop the changes that are happening within you, as spirit is like recalibrating, refining your energy so that people cannot do to you what they once were able to do to you. All right, that's the biggest message that I'm getting from your reading, is that you may just not have been very aware of yourself positively. It could come from being around a lot of people who thought that you already saw yourself positively, and they figured, why should I add to that? Or they were too insecure to add to that. But you may have been giving out a lot of positivity to other people who really were sowing seeds of negativity into you. And that is something that your ancestors, your spirit guides, your higher self just won't allow you to anymore. Okay? So that's what I have for you. That's your reading, Libra. I will see you in the next one. That's your monthly horoscope. Okay? And don't forget to like the video if you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next live. As I tell you all the time, I'm in love with your souls. Peace. Thanks for watching. I can't read this name, but hello, Ramesh. I can't read the first name. I'm sorry. But yeah, thanks for watching.